Alright guys, so how's it going? So I am doing a build tutorial, which is kind of funny because the thing we're building in this one is freaking our tutorials world, where I'm going to do all my tutorials on on the mod packs and all that. So yeah, this is going to be our tutorial world, but I'm going to do a tutorial on building. So you guys will have to, yeah. So this is, we're gonna go over a lot of stuff in this video. Main thing, well, the thing that's kind of like what I'm probably gonna put in the title is how to design circles and actually spheres too. But in this one, we're actually not gonna do a full sphere. We're going to do just a half sphere because we're gonna use it in this building. So yeah, there's that. So, anyways, so I'm building this building. I'm gonna show you a couple things that I did first, but. I just want to tell you guys, this building right here, I've already been working just this platform for the building 2 freaking hours. 2 hours ready for this right here. And I'm using the FTB Direwolf Pack mod pack. So this is where the extra blocks are coming in. So if you guys are watching this from a vanilla point of view, like vanilla craft point of view, that's probably what you're gonna be really strange about with the whole builder's wand thing and all the like seared brick. That's not vanilla. So anyways, so guys, that's what we're using. I'm using the creative builder's wand. You can actually get that in survival, but you can get the regular builder's wand, which is just like this, only it doesn't do as many blocks as you build up. But anyway, so we're going to get right into this. I just use this to make my building code a little bit faster. That's what we're going to do for this tutorial, because I'm guessing I'm going to cut a lot of this out, because, you know, guys, building is a tedious thing. It takes a lot of tedious work. But, yeah, so let's go into it. Get into it. So, first of all, first things first. Freaking, you need to know what you're going to build your building out of. So, I suggest I suggest 2 to 3. You could even maybe do 4 colors. So for this building, I picked the marble brick, the seared brick, and then also this is probably going to be our domed caps. I'm going to probably like put it in a couple other places just to make it kind of spread out and more even. But anyways, so that's what you want to do. Pick your four color, or your 3 or 4 colors. Try to make them not too contrast. Normally I pick like two for the base colors, 2 like pretty much basic colors, so like white, black, brown. I don't know, just 2 textures that kind of go together pretty well. So yeah, and then maybe an kind of outstanding color, maybe blue, purple, green, something like that. So that it can kind of give it a little bit more texture, color. But anyway, so next thing is probably the thing that I like to call it like a base. You want to give your building, especially one of this size, a base, because what I've done for this guy is what you want to do, like, because the world, when you spawn in a world, nothing's going to be flat unless you use flatland, which, I don't know, I just like the scenery of like a basic map. So like I like to see like hills over there and then look over here and see this massive building. But anyway, so your world's not going to be flat. So you want to do is go to the highest point of like where your build area is, and that's what I did over here. Actually, I think I did start over here. Yeah, I started on this hill over here. And then so I did this outline. So I did the outline with the seared brick, as you can see on the outer edge of it. I designed my building basin. I kept it the same height. That's what the key is. Keep it the same height, and that's why you want to go to the toppest or the highest point of the build area, and that's what that hill was over there. And I actually kind of got lucky over here because I ran into another hill, and it was the exact same height. But if I kept going, if I want to build further, I would have to go and delete either this tree or like delete some of this. And you don't want to do that because it's kind of annoying. But this is just a cool tip to use so that it's easier to build, and it looks good. I mean, doesn't that look pretty good? For like, it looks like a base of a building. So there's that. It works even over water and all that. So yeah. So you just, once you have your outer rim, then I indented it. You don't have to indent it. You can just take it straight down from your outer line and then just build it straight down to the ground. And then and then no matter what the terrain's like, it's just gonna build up next to it and build like how the terrain is. So there's that. So, and then the next thing you want to know is kind of, actually, you should have known this for the second thing, is like what type of building you want to make. So, right now, as of now, I barely have anything. I just have pretty much the base done, and I've done a little bit of design for this, but I'm going to try to design it to where it's like kind of a Roman kind of looking building. So, yeah, there's that. And then like this little edge right here, that's kind of gone into the circle slash sphere thing. I've already designed some of that. So yeah, I'm gonna probably pause it, continue building, get these pillars up because each one of these pillars will be. I mean, each one of these little holes are gonna be a pillar. So there's that. And actually, one thing before I cut, make sure when you are building, count out your blocks. I cannot say that more. Count out your blocks. Like when I was making my outer rim or my outline, guys, I did not count that well. I didn't keep track of my blocks, and it came back to bite me in the butt. Because when I started putting these pillars in, when I had to have them symmetrical, the outline wasn't. This side was way longer than this side, so I had to redo. I already had my basin all done. I had all these walls all set up ready, and it wasn't even the right length. So make sure you count out your stuff, because then I had to go back, add a bunch of things. I had to cut this all up. I had to redo this little design right here. And actually, this is the reason why I found it, is because I did this little outside line. And also, when I got my two pillars that are attached right there, since my building is an odd amount of length, that's kind of what also threw up, because I knew that by up there I knew that the building was odd, and when I came down here it was even. I was like, wait, that's not right. That means one side's longer or one side's not right. So I had to go back, figure that out, and trust me, it was hard to figure that out. If I didn't have the pillars in over here, I probably wouldn't have known that that side was longer. So yeah, so I'm going to continue building up. We're going to do the dome slash circle designing once I get this all up. So yeah, I'll be back in a second, guys. Alright guys, so this is where I am. Right now I just got all the pillars up, I got my roof on. So, let's see here. So let's turn it back to day. So let's go ahead and start designing the circles so that, I was going to build up this wall up in here, but that's actually, I'm going to do that real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, so there we go. We got the wall up and we're good now. So let's go ahead and start designing. I wanted to do that because the whole entire roof isn't on the inside, and we want the circle to be on the entire inside. So actually what we should probably do, we're going to break a little hole right here, and we're going to start with the circle somewhere else. So or somewhere in closer. So we need to find the center again. Remember, this is going to be, and there's a difference between an odd circle and an even circle, which I'll go over an even circle in a later date. So anyway, so you want to find, there's the center, and it has two there, two there. So what we're going to do, there's no really exact rules to making a circle. It's just pretty much, you have to pretty much eyeball it, I guess. But so we're probably just going to eyeball it. So we're going to do, off the center, we're going to do 3 that way, 3 that way. Actually, yeah, we'll make it, okay, oh, okay, so it's already hitting the wall on the inside. Okay, good. So we know that, that's good. That's why we wanted to build up the walls. So anyways, so the next part, I guess I'm going to do a 4. So we're going to go down over 1 and a 4. So we got to do that on the same side over here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So there we go. That's pretty big. That's pretty dang big. So we might have to go and on the outside of the wall, which is going to be fine. That's going to be fine because I want to make this as a different floor. This is going to be the roof, but that's fine. So we have a 4, so we're just going to go down. So I'm going to do a 3 and then a 2. I would like to do 2 2s, but it doesn't look like we have space. Actually, let's start it off with a 3, another 3, and then we'll try to do 2 2s. We have extra space because we go into this part over here. This is going to be completely different if you do like this design on the ground. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we should do, yeah, we don't have enough room. That's a huge circle, so we're going to go ahead and make this a 2. We're going to double the 2's, so I'm just going to restart here. So there we go. Okay, so I'm going to restart explanation. So what we're designing right now is the one fourth of the circle. So yeah, so we did a, what is this? So this is technically a 3 because the center one doesn't count as anything. Same thing if you do a 2, otherwise it's going to be other than it's going to be 2 blocks, and then you count off from the 2 blocks, middle blocks. So anyways, that's our center block. So we have 3, a 2, a 2. So then, and then this, when you get down to a 1, actually, let's do 2 1s. So that's not going to really mess up anything because it doesn't matter if it's odd, even, whatever. Let's do 2 1s. So we're going to do that. That's going to be pretty much our pivot point. So when we look at this, we want to do exactly what this is right here, but only this way, only facing this way. So so we have our 2, and then we have our 2 again, and we have our 3. Okay, and then we have our 3 again, and then our middle block, and there's the middle. It doesn't really matter for this. It doesn't matter if we center it with the building. It doesn't really matter. So let's do our 3 again. So there we go, and then we're gonna just go back the other way. So 1 2 3. There's our 3. So 3 and 3. That's good. Okay, and then we have our 2 and 2, our 1 and our 1, and we're gonna run out of space. So balls. So we're gonna have to do an even smaller circle than that. Either that or start it up further. So let's just go ahead and I'm gonna redo this, and then I'll be back, and I'm gonna explain it a little bit better. Alright, so we're back into this. Okay, so my idea is I'm actually going to make the beginner thing smaller. Like the beginning slab that you have, it doesn't really matter the size as long as it's pretty much at least 3. And so it doesn't really matter the size of that, even if you have like a huge circle. But anyway, so moving on. So let's try this again. So let's do our 3 again, and then we're going to do a 2. Ah, man. So that's 1 block smaller. So yeah, then I'm going to do our old design. So we're going to do a 2 again. So 3 3 2, and then our 1. So we're going to do, instead of just doing our 2 1s, we're going to do just 1 1. So this is going to get kind of confusing. Actually, so before I start, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to just go in the other direction. 1 2 3, 1 2, and then our 1 2. So you just got to remember your pattern, and then our 1. Okay, so you got that? So pretty much we're just doing that. So that's one of the curves of the thing. So there's that. And then we're going to just kind of pivot. So like pretty much like we do over there. So we're pivoting. So we're going to go this way now. It's going to be kind of confusing, a little bit weird when you first start of which direction you want to be going, because some people would want to go that way and then start their 2 going that way. But no, we're not doing that. And also I'm breaking these blocks, so that's kind of confusing too. Normally you'd be building this, but I guess you can start off as that, as breaking blocks. But anyways, so then we're going to do our 2 again, because we have double 2's, and then we have our 3, and then we have our beginning block again, which was 2. So there's 2, and then our center block, and then our 2 off again, and then we have our 3 again, our 2 again, our 2 again, a 1, 2, oops, I just broke something underneath there, that's fine. And then our 2, and then our 3, and then our beginning. 1 2 3. Oh wait, we have our 2 beginning, and then our center block, and then there. Okay, so I'm gonna hollow this out. So I'm actually gonna measure this, see if I get my circle right. As I said in the beginning of the video, you want to make sure your counting is right. Otherwise, you will regret it, especially with circles. I always do this with circles. So we're going to just dig straight through, see if our 2 center blocks are exactly lined up. Oh, whoops, I went too far. Alright, and is that our center block? Yes, it is. Okay, so we have this half of the circle done. See how it's a circle? Alright, sweet guys. So, let's go ahead and continue over here. So we have our 3 2 2 1, so then we're going to face this direction now. And then our 2, our 1 2 3, our 1 2, and then our center 2, and then 1 2 3, our 2, our 2, our 1, and then we're going to face this way now. 1 2, 1 2, 1 2 3, and then there's our 1, our 2, and then our, okay, I think I messed this up. I messed this up somehow. Alright, hold on. Let me fill that in just so I'm not confused. Okay, yeah, okay, I did good. Okay. So, what was I gonna say? Okay, so confusing thing is, yeah, when you're turning. So I just wanted to just let you guys know this is kind of our this part right here is probably the most confusing part. That's what I kind of had to do when I was first starting my circles. Although, by the way, I didn't get taught how to do this. I just kind of figured it out. So anyways, let's actually put that back just real quick so I can show you. So we are beginning, and then when we get down to our 1, that's when you're going to pivot. You can make multiple 1s if you want bigger circles. But your 1 is your pivot point. So when you start your center 1, whatever direction, so I just have this in my mind. So our center 1, if that's the direction the center's facing. So then when you get to this 1 down here, that's when you're facing this way. That's when you turn, and then you just take whatever you had as your pattern and you go backwards. So that's what we have. You know how we have our 3 2 2. Well, you want to take your pattern once you pivot, and you want to do it backwards. So you want a 2 2 3. So that's how you do it. So you just count those blocks and you break them, or either that or you build them. So that's our big one. That's our big circle. We're gonna build off that for our big center one, and then we're gonna have 3 small ones. So I'm gonna actually do that one on camera. And actually, we're not gonna break this one. We're not gonna break for this one. Actually, I'm not gonna do these ones yet because we're not actually going. Actually, I guess I'll do the ones over here because that'll be fine. So we're going to start kind of far away. So we want to. Where's the inside? Okay, we're not inside yet. Okay, so we'll start right on the wall for these guys, and we need to find our center. Actually, yeah, we are. Well, this one is odd too. This direction's odd. So this is our center, and then we're just gonna go up, and then yeah, okay, I got that right. So we have our center, and we're started right on the wall. This is the inside of the building. So I might have to cut this into 2 parts, but so this one will be the circles. The second one will be the sphere. So the sphere is a little bit harder to grasp. So yeah. Blah, 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 blah. So another thing is I'm a bat. I forgot to tell you guys. The Feed the Beast Direwolf pack has this thing where you can. Oh crap. Okay. Or you can morph into things, and I'm a bat, and that just helps me when I'm building and I'm 1 high. I can get underneath blocks easier and stuff. So anyway, so let's go ahead and start this. We started out on that. So I'm gonna do the whole thing where I do 1 off. So let's do that. And then for this one, I'm going to do it, we have limited space. So actually, let's do like the smallest circle you can do to where it's actually looking like a circle. So we're going to do a 1 off the center, and we're going to have a 2, and then let's do, we can have another 2, but I want to make it look fancier, so we're going to have a 1, and then another 2. So then we're going to do our center, or 1 off the center. So there's that center going that direction. And let's go ahead and do this side now. So we have our 1, our 2, and then our 1 off the center. There's our center, and let's make sure that these centers are lined up. There we go. Okay, yeah, they are lined up. So then let's start doing our other one. There's 2, the 1, the 2, 1 off the center, and there's the center. Let's see if these line up. There. Yep, okay, they line up. Okay, so then we do our 2, our 1, and then our 2. There we go. Alright, that's a smaller circle. I know it kind of looks holy because yeah, it's kind of, goes over this, which I'm going to probably fix that. But for now, that's fine. We're probably just going to have to... Here. Well, I'm going to fix this, go a little bit further. I'll show you guys what I'm going to do at the end of the result this, and then once I start the second episode, we'll start on the sphere domes on top of these things. So I'll be right back, guys. Actually, guys, so I've actually decided I'm going to end the episode here. So this is what the inside looks like. We're going to hollow that out, break all these right here, because we're going to have like a tower kind of on top of this, and that's where the dome is going to go on top of that tower. So I'm going to go ahead and break all this. But I'm going to end the episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is actually going to, I don't know if I told you guys this in the beginning, this is going to be our tutorials world, and